Is anybody out there? I forgot to advertise. It says one waiting, but that might be me.
Wow, Suzanne.
Suzanne, hello. Just you and me, babe. Did you bring cards? Hmm. So things are crazy here. Things are crazy here. I'm busier than a one-armed paper hanger. Um, Canadian Family Life. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Hey, Mike. I enjoyed your video today, Mike, on the aquaponics or hydroponics that you did, the kit. Good, crazy, yes and no. I did a video. When did we do that video, Charlie? Today's Thursday. On Tuesday, we did the trellis video.
Sounds right.
Yeah. When I did the harvesting mint video, and the guys called me down the hill to come see what they were doing, and I showed the big 6 foot, 8 foot tall tomato trellis, I had several people say, "Show us how to do that trellis." So we made a mini trellis for my pepper plants. Mike, you should see my cardula peppers. They are about 3 feet tall now. They'll go at least 4 to 5 feet tall. So we made a 4 foot tall trellis in our usual rambling way out of 2x4. And that will be released Saturday morning. You get to see me in power tools, which is not a good thing. Hey, y'all, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, okay? So we did that, and I've got something big and exciting going on here that I'm not going to give away because I'm going to film it as a surprise. It's a home improvement. It's been an incredibly frustrating experience that I'll probably talk about on the next live or maybe in the video itself. Not a good experience, and hopefully I'm not overthinking or borrowing trouble thinking about things that can go wrong tomorrow. But midweek I got or mid-weekend I got notified. There was someone I know at New American Pathways, which is the organization I volunteer with the refugees with. And they said that they had close to 100 people dropped on them unexpectedly that were coming in Tuesday and Wednesday that they hadn't planned for. Could I please come and volunteer and maybe get my friends to volunteer and buy groceries for them? And the way that worked was you show up at the agency, they gave you gift cards, gave you a list of items, grocery items that the families would need. And there were families from several different countries. Republic of Congo, Syria, and the family I shop for, Rohingya from Myanmar, or what used to be called Burma. So I am really impressed with my network of friends from the mosque that I attend and a gardening group, a Muslim gardening group online. I put out feelers and we got 7 people volunteer to come help shop. And a customer that came to buy peppers was a retired social worker. She showed up. So I'm touched. I'm happy. I'm so happy that all these people rallied to help these new arrivals. So that felt good. Mike's talking about the Murasaki peppers. Is that gee, Mama? Hey, baby, how are you? And LP, good evening, lurking and listening. Um, Mike, I sent you seeds from Murasaki, didn't I? Were those the seeds I sent you? My Murasakis are actually putting on peppers, the ones I have in the ground and the ones I have in 4-inch pots still for sale. And I haven't noticed them being perfumey. So they smell good. I'll go stick my nose in a blossom. So that was exciting. And so by the time I got home Wednesday, I was totally exhausted. I wanted to sleep like half the day today, but as soon as the sun came up, I got thinking of all the things I needed to do and knowing I didn't have time to do them all. So I had a customer coming at 4:30. And I've got cats, right? And I save wildlife, I rescue wildlife. And I've been trying to keep an eye on my bluebird box that's out front on a post. And I knew they had babies. So I was trying to count the days because it takes about 18 to 22 days for bluebird chicks to fledge, which means they come out of their nest. So I'm trying to count and figure out when I need to start keeping the cats in. And I went out probably about 15 minutes before the client was supposed to show up. And the parent bluebirds were giving an alarm call. So I went over to the box and noticed the box was kind of turned sideways and the door was open. And I thought, well, maybe I miscounted and the fledglings came out and the cats have them cornered somewhere. So immediately I started looking for my 2 cats that hang out in the front garden, located them a good distance away. Then I started looking for baby bodies. Didn't find any fledgling bodies, and the parents kept coming down and landing on a trellis I have in the front yard. Charlie came out, he caught one cat, I caught the other, threw them inside. And then I found, the client came, I took care of him. When he left, the parents were still calling and looking down at the ground. So I went over to see what they were looking for and found 3 little babies, 2 of them dead. They had holes in them. And one of them was struggling. So I picked it up, brushed the ants off of it, showed it to the parents who were like just a few feet away so they could see I had it in my hand, went over to the house, the birdhouse, put it in, closed it back up. And we ran errands before going live tonight, and the parents were going in and out of the nesting box. So I'm hoping that means that one baby's going to make it, but tomorrow will tell. Yeah, G Mama. So LP says that you saying you grew the Murasaki purple last year and you didn't notice an aroma and you weren't impressed with them, but your peppers don't get tons of light. I grew them last year for the first time. They reminded me of an eggplant purple jalapeno in appearance. I didn't notice an aroma. And the ones I ate were really mild, kind of crunchy and sweet, with a little bit of attitude. How did you find the flavor of the Murasaki, LP? Yeah, Mike, I've got peppers all over the place popping up. Charlie, those chilies we saw tonight, did you happen to look at the identification tag to see which ones those were? But they're about that long and about
Nope.
look like my little finger. I'm muted.
No, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. You know I'm technically challenged, so you tell me stuff like that, and I'm looking at buttons to see if I push something I didn't mean to. So I've got to, sometime this weekend, I've got to tie up the tomatoes. I've got to tie up the peppers that need further trellising. Gee, Mama, your bugs ate your seedlings? You're in Jacksonville, aren't you? The Tromboncini squash are taking over my backyard already. All of a sudden, the vines are going nuts. The bitter melon isn't growing fast enough for me. Ohio, so I can never remember where anybody is, G-Mom. I'm sorry. Maybe I can help you out. What kind of peppers do you like, G-Mama? How hot do you go? What types of things do you usually buy? LP says it was her or him. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I'm sorry, LP. Bluetooth is on inside and decided to take the, okay. So, as you see, my week has been full of anxiety and then joy of being able to help these people that are coming in. And I was going to tell you the family I shop for were Rohingya. I think I already said that. And I teamed up with Dr. Muhammad and we went shopping. And the Rohingyas' culinary or their cuisine is they were originally from India or the Bangladesh, what is now Bangladesh, India. And they fled, I think, like 400 years ago to Burma, which is, the cuisine there is like a cross between Thai and Vietnamese cooking. So they've been there long enough to adopt a lot of the culinary practices of those people. So the Dr. Muhammad that I went shopping with is Indian via Trinidad, West Indies. And it was fun. Like, he didn't know what fish sauce was, and I had to look at the fish sauce. And because I wrote about cultures for 30 years as a journalist, I was a little bit familiar with the cuisine. So I picked up a few things for them that wasn't on the list to get them. And he was like, oh, wow, we use that, or what is this? So I'll touch base with those folks. They came in last night, like at 9 or 10 at night, and I'll check in with them in a week to see how they're faring. The Asians, she said, quite a few of these families that were just quickly snatched up and brought here to Georgia, when they walked into their new homes and had all that food there for them, they cried. We have no idea in this country how fortunate we are. Okay, so G-Mama says she enjoys eating sweet peppers and she'll eat hot ones every now and then, but you don't care for a lot of spice. You know what, Mike? I couldn't find any Nuoc Cham. I looked for it in the two different grocery stores. I also, when I can't find that, I look for a Korean garlic pepper paste, which is very close to the Nuoc. Couldn't find that either. I thought that was really strange. So maybe I'll bring them some when I check in on them, because stores out of closer to me. I have to drive half an hour to Clarkston, which is where most of the refugees are. But I think Nuoc Mom, a bottle of that may make them happy. So tell me about lipstick peppers, Mike. I've never grown them. What do they taste like? And G Mama, tell me about your garden. How much room do you have in your garden? Does anyone know how much the one, if it fits, it ships boxes are with USPS? Priority mail, box sizes, and rates. I'm looking something up. Let's see. Get up to 40% off. That's not what I wanted to click on. Oh, I'm calling it the wrong thing. Flat rate boxes. All right. The small boxers are 8 by 5 by 1. Medium are 11 by 8 by 12. 1710. And I'll tell you why I'm looking at that in a second. If G Mama doesn't have any peppers, I've got peppers maybe I can send. Yeah, Suzanne, but if I send you and I send G Mama a couple of pepper plants by UPS is about to strike. And that would be my luck, to put live plants in the mail with UPS and then have them sit in a warehouse somewhere. Our urban homestead, greetings, Perth, Australia. I want to come see you. So you know what? I'm feeling generous. Let's see. G Mama likes sweet peppers. Suzanne, what kind of peppers do you like? What kind of peppers do you like, Suzanne? I'm going to use you two as guinea pigs to send my first peppers in the mail. And I'll need you to pop up in the next live, if you will, commit to that and let me know what condition they arrived in. No, G Mom, I'd really like to figure out how to do through the mail, because I'd like to start shipping. So if you don't mind being a guinea pig and letting me know what kind of condition with the method I'll use. So I can send you a Murasaki purple, but how hot do you go? And Suzanne, how hot do you go? Is there anything? Give me an idea what you like. I've got your address. F.R. Humphrey, welcome, welcome. Suzanne, last year I dehydrated. How many varieties of peppers did I dehydrate, Charlie? About 20? And I've got those peppers all dehydrated in plastic jars that I've got to find the time somewhere to sit down and he's laughing at me, to sit down and pulverize them because I want to come up with some meat rubs. And I'm thinking about having a contest with people who subscribe to the channel who actually are big barbecuers. And well, I want to send you my recipe, my whatever I come up with for rubs, and then you'll have to go on camera and evaluate, and we can all watch each other's videos maybe during a live and talk about what you thought about the rubs. But I got to find time to put the recipes together. They're all up here, and then the peppers are in the jars. Okay, so G Mama, do you know my email? I guess I need to put that on the banner, don't I? Let me do that. Email me your snail mail address. Okay, there it is. L Bolivar, bellself.net. Okay, medium heat. Sweet to cayenne. Suzanne, have you ever tried the ahi pineapple or lemon drop peppers from South America? Let me look up the shoe for you real quick. $20,000 Scoville heat. And jalapeno is the hottest they get is 8,000. So, oh, I'm sorry, 2,000 to 8,000. So, wait a minute, I get myself all confused. 20,000. So they are quite a bit hotter. Is that too hot for you, Suzanne? The ahi pineapple last year when I tasted them, I bit into that, and I swear to you, I tasted pineapple. It was very fruity, and then the heat hit. So they'd probably be good toned down in salsa with some sort of fruit. Now when I make pepper jelly and I put pineapple in the mix, I don't care how hot the peppers are, it takes a lot of the pain out. So I'm willing to bet a pineapple with the ahi pineapple peppers would be yummy, and then other things too. So you lost most of your peppers this year, Suzanne? What went on with your peppers? So Mike, what is your favorite pepper to dehydrate and how do you use it? Anyone else jump in with what they think about peppers and how do you use your hot peppers? I'm going to look up the shoe on cayenne while you all answer me. Cayennes are from 30,000 to 50,000, so that's pretty hot. If you can do cayenne, you can go pretty hot. But you know, the different types of peppers, the heat hits you in different parts of your mouth. So you may be able to take a hotter pepper that hits you up front than one that kind of clings to the back of your throat and makes you gag. Bad soil, you mean? Bad soul. It's been a nightmare. Well, so far we've been blessed, although our peppers are growing slowly this year because the nighttime lows are still in the upper 50s, lower 60s. That's really unusual for Georgia at this time of year. Sugar Rush peppers are really catching on, Mike. Really popular. My customer is a return customer, and he bought Sugar Rush last year, and he got some more today. He got Scotch Bonnet Sugar Rush, and I want to say a Murasaki Purple. Just out of curiosity, he bought it. But the Sugar Rush Peach, I think I sold out today to him. I might have one or two more out there. The cayenne peppers I use with my Scotch bonnets and jalapeno in my relish. I make a relish I call Jamaican Sunshine with that combination. Gee, Mama, do you know do you know the trick to take the pain out of your mouth if you get something too hot? Who knows how to take the pain out if you get something too hot in your mouth? Hey, Granny. Thank you for commenting on the videos. Milk? No, milk's about the worst thing you can do. Milk is fat-based, and it'll pick up the oils from the hot pepper and just distribute it down your throat and other places. So if you ever had butt burn after eating the hot peppers, it's because you ate something oily with the heat and it kind of clung on the way out. It's sugar, yes. Table sugar. Table sugar. I lived with my best friend for a while after moving to South Florida. My husband was stationed overseas, so I was kind of solo, and she convinced me to move to South Florida and work for the newspaper she was editing, an editor at, the South Florida Sun Sentinel. And I moved in with her, and she didn't charge me rent. She just wanted me to cook. So, you know, I like spicy food, and I made chili one night, which I thought was a mild chili. Okay. It didn't really register with me. And I had told her, if you get something too hot, just get white table sugar and get a spoonful of it in your mouth. And so we sat down for dinner with this nice bowl of what I considered zero heat chili. And she took one mouthful. I'm remembering this is so funny. And she went running into the kitchen, and she had one of those sugar dispensers with the thing that pops out of the center. When you turn it up, it pops out and lets the sugar out. And she was doing like a jig, tilting that thing back and just pouring sugar down her throat. It was probably not very nice of me to laugh at her, but I found it amusing. Honey works for you, Mike? Okay, cool. Is Joe here? Did Joe, Garden State Gardener, come in? Nope, he's not here. Don't see him. 10 people, though. Hello, all 10 of you. Would love it if you'd say hi when you come in. Oh, I've got headlines popping up. You see the headline about GOP trying to gut Social Security, Charlie? They better not. They'll have me to contend with.
No, but
Goodness.
that comes up every so often, and they never do.
Yeah. You know, Suzanne, I have been so bad about watching other people's videos because I've been so busy. I now have 3 YouTube channels that I'm managing. One is Charlie's channel. I haven't posted on in a long time, although I'm going to do the trellis video on his channel. And we started a beekeeping channel. So if any of you want to learn about beekeeping, literally, Charlie gave the first lecture at the first club meeting a week ago Wednesday. And then we had a hands-on workshop on Saturday. And we'll probably only post 1 or 2 videos a month unless I do shorts. It'll be a step-by-step beekeeping experience. We accepted 4 people that we're going to mentor that actually, remember, Charlie, they were showing up Saturday morning. And he's going to go deep dive into his beehive with them. So is anybody in here interested in beekeeping? So I feel bad about, not attending other people's. I think I saw Nikki's video, and when Mike's will pop up for me, and other people's videos don't necessarily pop up for some reason, but I'll click on Mike's, and while I'm doing other things, I've got Mike talking or Nikki talking. But I promise I'm gonna try to get better at watching other people's videos. I've been so busy. I've missed 2 Hands in the Dirt's Wind Down Wednesday events, and those of you who know me know that I love Stacy's Wind Down Wednesday, and if I've been too busy to go to 2 in a row, you know how busy I've been. Suzanne's allergic to bee everything. I'm so sorry. Gardening with Bernie. Welcome, Bernie. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. So we're kind of talking about whatever comes to mind, Bernie. Okay, G Mama's going to go feed her bunny. G Mama, don't forget to send me your snail mail address, please. Let's see. Gardening with Bernie. So your city doesn't allow beekeeping, Mike. That's interesting. It's too bad, too, because you can even put beehives on your roof, the roof of your house, if you have any flat roof space. And we need all the bees we can get. So, G Mama, gonna miss you. You're not gonna leave me running while you feed your bunnies? That's a good question. Gardening with Bernie is asking, how can they monitor who is keeping bees in your city? Neighbors can be a real problem, complaining about bees. A lot of people don't understand how essential they are to our survival. So they get bees in their yard and they call the city, or they spray poison. But if anyone's interested, I'll post the link to our channel. And it really will be educational for you to, even if you don't want to keep bees right now, just to learn about them. We aren't allowed privacy fences in small city yards. Yeah. Anyone want me to post that link for you? Let me know, and I'll go find it. Or maybe my moderator can get the link. Do you know how to find the link to your channel, Charlie?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, that's really bad, Mike. Mike, you need to move down here with us. Oh, that's an article, Charlie.
Yeah, I was looking at that first.
For those of you who don't know, Reflect on Light is Charlie. Me too, gardening with Bernie. Otherwise, you can't run out naked and pick your tomatoes. No birds. As in no bird feeders, Mike? What do you mean by no birds allowed? That's disturbing. So, Granny filming, what you got going in your garden, girl? Yeah, I agree, Bernie says the town sounds horrible. I can't live in an HOA that tries to tell me how to keep my own yard. I wouldn't live in a city that told me I can't have birds. Bird feeders? I know some places restrict bird feeders. I'm dismayed, Mike. Hopefully Mike's typing and explaining what he means. Must be a really small town with people who have too much time on their hands to monitor its citizens. Yeah, control freaks. They restricted bird baths? Yeah, how many birds actually rely on water in the bird baths for a water source during the summer? Seriously. Watermelon and cukes. What kind of cucumbers are you growing, Granny? They fell for the bird flu panic. They're afraid of catching bird flu from the birds. Suzanne is suggesting they can have concerns about mosquitoes. Is that our channel, Charlie? Is that our B channel,
It's
Charlie?
mine.
Huh?
It's mine.
That's
The B channel.
You remember its name? It's funny you remember his own channel name.
Nope.
All right, I'm looking. Okay, I am going to post this channel for you all. For those of you who don't know, Charlie and I are Muslims. And we decided that, a lot of Muslims won't go to bee clubs because they're held usually in churches. So we decided to open a club, and one of the local mosques has opened its doors to us to hold the club there. Our club is open to non-Muslims who don't mind going to a mosque for the monthly meetings or coming to our workshops, which are at our house. And other beekeepers in our group will hold workshops as well. But I'll be filming the workshops, which means they're long videos. They're at least an hour long, but they're detailed. So you can sit back and eat your lunch or whatever and watch them and learn something. The initial meeting, there's only two large videos or long videos on it right now, actually ties beekeeping to the religion. There's a whole chapter in our scripture that's called the bee. And it tells us, God tells us to be beekeepers. So you learn something about Islam while you learn about bees. But I just posted the link. It's called the Muslim Beekeeping Initiative. So we'll see you, Canada. Sumpter Cukes. Charlie's looking at ladies in bikinis. I caught you. You posted your studio link, honey.
Well, I don't know them. Oh.
I caught him looking at women in bikinis. What should I do about that? Oh, so we want to know what kind of watermelon, and I'm going to look up Sumpter Cukes real quick while Granny tells us what kind of watermelon. Most Sumpter cucumbers are the most popular pickling cucumber. Say that 3 times fast. Popular pickling cucumber. It says they're very productive. Oh Lord. Mike says, "Are you you're supposed to be a moderator?" Mike's talking to you. He says, "Post Charlie, post your link or your." Hi. He thinks it's funny. Okay. So Sumpter cucumbers. I usually grow really weird cucumbers. This year I'm doing Japanese long, Chinese long, Persian cucumbers, which are absolutely wonderful, delicious. The Punakira I've grown in years past. For the last couple of years, I can't seem to get it to germinate. There's a couple of Eastern European cucumbers that I'm growing that I got from that Ukrainian seed company that Indiana Backyard Gardener, Adrienne, turned me on to that seed company. By the way, if you want to go seed shopping, go to that seed company. Incredibly low prices, and you get a lot of seed, and it supports Ukrainian farmers. Okay, we lost 3 people. I hope it wasn't because I said something about my faith. Charleston Gray watermelon. Okay, I'm going to look that up now. Charleston Gray. Oh, those are the real long, oblong ones with a really pink center. Why do they call them gray? I'm going to post a link so y'all can look at this. Look at what I'm looking at. We don't have enough room here. I mean, if I'm going to grow these squash, we don't have room for watermelon too. Enjoy 15% off. That's an ad for Bonnie Seeds. Here comes the link for the Charleston Gray. Now we're down to 8 people. Come on, folks. Started lemon cucumbers and white cucumbers. Yes, I mean Nidikova. I can never remember the name of it, Suzanne. Have you ordered from them? The Georgia Honey Roasters. We have started those several years. The honey roasting squash. And they start to climb the trellis and then they die. Have you ever tasted them, Mike? Have you ever? No, I haven't either, but they sound good, don't they? Honey roaster? But the Tromboncini squash. takes over the universe. The kombucha squash, yeah. How do you cook yours, Mike? Yes, Bernie. They kind of are an oblong squash that are orange, aren't they? The Honey Roasters. Um, I'm looking up a photo so I can describe it accurately. Yeah, they're long. They look like a super fat banana. Yeah. Cake, bread, cookies, pancakes, smoothies. The kombucha squash, aren't they? They kind of like look like a turban. Yeah, they kind of look like a green, like a kind of a. They're round, but they're not round. They're kind of like a disc. We cook them. We'll cut like a lid in top and clean out the seeds. And we like to put brown sugar, pecans, a little bit of cinnamon, maybe nutmeg, salt and pepper in it. And then when it comes out of the oven, we might squirt a little bit of honey on the kombucha. Another way I cook them is I make a coconut custard by taking 3 or 4 eggs, a can of coconut milk, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of vanilla extract, and pouring it into the hollowed out center of the squash. Again, I cut like a lid. Then you put the lid back on and you lower the squash into like a kettle on a rack, okay, and then you steam it, or you put it in a baking pan with water around it and put tin foil over the top and slow roast it, so that when you take it out, the custard, the coconut milk and egg has turned into a coconut custard, and you slice it like you're slicing a cake. It's really nice. Yeah, gardening with Bernie. Just stick with me. I'll get you trying all sorts of weird and wondrous things. I was just talking about the kombucha squash, doing the custard with it. I haven't had a Georgia roaster. I would like to try it, and I thought I'd grow it, but as I said, my vines get a certain length and then they die. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I mean, I'm in Georgia. You think a Georgia candy roaster or honey roaster would grow here? So Mike does heavy cream, eggs, and honey and cinnamon on the grill. That sounds good. That sounds good. Back up to 11, folks. Welcome back, or welcome new people. Don't forget to say hello when you come in. Just lost a subscriber. Why are people unsubscribing? I need to get to 1,000 people. I need to get my watch hours up too. You know, those 2 weeks that I didn't do any videos really hurt me. Really hurt me. So, how many people in here have their own channels, and how are your channels doing? Are they picking up with subscribers at this time of year, or do people slow down? What types of videos are you giving? Are you offering? And if you want to come up as a guest in the chat, let me know. I'll put a link up, and you can go ahead and join. F.R. Humphrey, you're really quiet. What's going on with you? Minnesota midget melons. G Mama's back with a snack. You're eating cucumbers or pickles? YouTube is purging right now. Why are they purging? Yeah, that'd be nice if you'd share my videos. That'd be great. The watch hours are a beast. Yes, they are. I saw a video today. I newly subscribed to this lady's cooking channel, and she does recipes from around the world. Or she's a girl after my own heart, and she had a video that came out today that has to do with cucumber recipes from around the world. Would you all like me to find that link and put it in so you can watch it later? Cut down on payouts.
Yeah, purge the users that are users subscribed. Not watching, just subscribed.
Oh, if you don't watch the videos, here we are. I am going to post this link, and y'all may want to grab the link if you're cucumber lovers. So who's ready? Here comes. Someone click on that and tell me if it goes to 5 surprising cucumber dishes. It starts out with a dish from Germany where they're doing a heavy cream, mustard, and dill cooked cucumber. Then then she does a cold recipe, and then she does a review of an Indian cucumber pancake that we've got to try, Charlie. Got to try it. It looks very easy. Okay, so F.R. Humphrey says she's had severe weather, little hail damage in the garden, dropping more seeds tomorrow. I drove through hail to work the other day. What day was that, Charlie? It was Wednesday? Yeah. I got halfway to work and traffic was just stopped on this road called Killian Hill Road because the hail was coming down. Big old chunks of hail. And I'm sitting there thinking it's going to crack my windshield, right? But I didn't get any dents even in the car. You forgot cukes? It's not too late to start cukes where you are, Mike. Okay, cool. So G-Mama, if you like cucumbers, there's several recipes I don't like the first one and the last one. I like the ones in between. So those are 3 recipes I'll try this summer, especially the cucumber pancakes that are made in India. Then there's a cucumber kind of like a smoothie type thing if you're into smoothies from Indonesia that looks really good. And then the lady who's doing the video gets naughty and pours vodka in hers. This is an Islamic drink and she puts vodka in it. I just think that's funny. But it looks good too. And then there was a salad. Outside Garden Video Tuesday. I saw the notification, but that was one of the days I was like running around like a crazy woman. One of the ways that I'm creating more space to garden in, Mike, is Charlie built me a frame that holds like 5-gallon buckets or the grow bags, but it's 2-tier, and you can go up several tiers, so you kind of have a vertical thing going on, and it takes up less space than, of course, going horizontally, and you can actually grow more plants when it goes up that way. And it's not quite like the Greenstock planter, which is on the rotating disc. It's sturdier. Should we do a video on that to show you how that's done? Because like if you have a small backyard, you can line your fence or line your property line with these and go up, and you can have 3 to 5 large grow bags or 5-gallon buckets. It holds how many 5-gallon buckets that fit there, Charlie? Five 5-gallon buckets per tier. And if you want me to, I'll include that in our list of how-tos. Hands in the dirt. Stacy, thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so there's 2 people who'd like to see it. 3 people. Guess what you'll be building, honey? You're going to build another. You know what? We can have a raffle for it. So, Mike, I'll have to go back and look at your outside garden. Stacy, I'm so sorry I've been missing your Wind Down Wednesdays. I am just telling everybody that my life has been absolutely nuts, and especially this week. I was running from one ethnic grocery store to another on Wednesday when you were having the Wind Down thing, shopping for a Rohingya family who just got brought into the country. Had to go to 3 different stores to find the things on the list. But bucket rack. I'm going to click on that, Charlie. Is that it shows? Yeah, that's what Charlie built for me, Mike. If you click on that link. Oh yeah. Bring me a cup of coffee, will you, Mike? Put some hazelnut in it. But we can still do a how-to and put one together, maybe a smaller one, Charlie. How much scrap 2x4 do you have out there?
Not much.
Not much. Well, it's cheap enough. We can buy. That's one of the squash I'm growing this year. The Tromboncini looks like this, but it's wider on the bottom. Has anyone grown this? You know what else I'm doing? I just started a dozen types of basil. Have I already talked about that? I don't remember. I'll show you what I'm growing. If it's a repeat, please forgive me. I'm growing this type of basil. This one is Blue Spice. It takes a long growing season. It's got a very heavy fragrance with spicy vanilla overtones. Does that sound good or what? The name of this is Blue Spice. Blue Spice Basil. What type of basils are you growing, Mike? Here's a West African from Ghana. And it says it is common to every home because of its endless versatility, traditionally used for preparing poultry, but has also had many other culinary and medicinal uses for hundreds of years. So when I start harvesting this, I'll do some cooking videos. Background's not allowing you to see the name. If I put it here, can you read it? What was the Blue Spice like, Stacy? It wasn't as tasty as it was smelly. Okay, I can't wait. Well, the bees love basil. How about this variety? Anybody grow this before? No, Suzanne. Some of the basils are quite finicky. Like the Tulsi, the holy basil from India. I had good germination, and then one by one they damped off. It was very frustrating. Stacy didn't eat his, but the African Nunum. This is actually a perennial basil. Culinary herb used in the tropics and subtropics. It has been brought to Baker Creek by Solomon Amuzu from Ghana. It's used in salads, soups, pastas, vinegars, and jellies. So maybe I'll make some basil jelly. Now, this is one that I actually complained to Baker Creek because did you know that they give you seed counts on the back label of their seed packets and how many seeds should be inside? I didn't until I complained. But this is called Ivivi Natur, and it's another one from West Africa. I'll hold it here because that's when people say they can read it, right? Okay, LP said, good to know LP. So let's see what LP said. Okay. So this one is peppery and piquant from the Iwi tribe of Ghana, West Africa. The flavor is floral with a hint of pine and citrus. And I thought that sounded really delicious. Nuanced and bold, traditionally used in soups, stews, sauce, and beverages. The seeds are coming from someone by the name of Solomon Amuzu. And he's a member of Call to Nature Permaculture. So when I opened this up to start it, I only had 12 seeds. 12 seeds, and this is one of the really expensive, like I paid $4 for 12 seeds. But the back of the pack says I should have had 35 seeds, which is still not many seeds. This one for the African Nunam has a minimum count of 100. The other one from Ghana, 100. The Blue Spice is 100. So the others are averaging 100 seed, but 35 seed, and then I only got 12. I put them all in my hand and I counted them. I said 12 seed. Really? Okay, so I'm also growing cinnamon basil. This one had 100 seeds in it. Of course, the Genovese basil, which is really easy and popular. It's what you get at Home Depot and Bonnie Seed Company. And this had 100 seeds. Are you getting tired of basil yet? Thai holy basil, 75 seeds. And I paid $3 for this. But this is the typical Thai basil used in their cooking. Yeah, Bernie, there's all sorts of interesting kinds of basil. Here's a new one for me this year. Can you see that one? Yeah, G Mama, 12 seeds. We're supposed to have 35, which I still think is not very many. They need to find another grower, I think. Exactly, G Mama. But here's a variety that's new to me. It's Chinese sweet basil. It says it's a citrusy variety. It's the most tender and aromatic basil that Baker Creek has tried. But it's heat tolerant and provides lemony orange flavored foliage. Even the stem is tender enough for raw eating and salad. So that's perfect for Asian fusion recipes. And this one only had 50 seeds, but let me tell you, that's more than 50 seeds because I started probably 30, and they stuck to the glue in the envelope. But they had way more than 50 seeds in here. Got quite a few left. And I'll plant basil up through July so that I have a supply of basil until frost. Siam Queen, which is really kind of a cinnamon basil. This had 100 seeds in it. More Genovese. Lettuce leaf basil. I've got lettuce leaf basil growing under my tomatoes in the front garden. It's growing kind of slow because my tomatoes are planted so thick it's shadowed the basil out. Thai sweet. You know what I forgot to start? Does anyone know if it's too late to start this? Borage. I've got white borage, regular borage. $60 seeds came in this. This says borage reseeds itself year after year. It never has for me. Ideal temperature for germination is 60 to 85 degrees, so I better get busy with the borage. This year I'm growing, two new things I'm growing are black radishes and sugar beets. And I blame all that on T-Nog. But they're both doing great in the garden. I just don't know when to use them. Yeah, I know, Bernie. I should have started the borage a couple weeks ago. Suzanne says her borage is volunteers. I wonder why mine doesn't reseed. So mine just doesn't reseed. A lot of things that are supposed to reseed don't for me. Okay, now LP says she's making egg salad. What? I want to know what you put in your egg salad. I've got eggs coming out my ears. I've gotten hooked on the duck eggs. But so if you've got borage, are you doing it as a bee attractant or do you actually eat your borage? If so, how do you eat your borage? Yes, Stacy, once you've got lemon balm, you've got it. It's like Japanese perilla or shiso. Once you have it, you've got it. And the red Indian mustard, once you have it, you've got it. Especially if you let it go to seed, it's like everywhere. But it's pretty in the garden, so it adds color and pop, and the bees like the blossoms. So now we're talking egg salad. Let's talk about what you put in your egg salad. I'll start because y'all need to type and I can just run off at the mouth. Of course, I do the hard-boiled eggs. Then I chop a sweet onion, a stalk of celery. I put a little bit of celery seed or celery salt in it. I chop some garlic. I use Hellmann's mayonnaise. And then I put a tablespoon or two of my Jamaican Sunshine Relish, which is Scotch bonnets, cayenne peppers, jalapenos, cilantro, a little bit of sugar, vinegar, and sweet onion in that as well. I put that in with the egg salad and mix it up. Of course, a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, so LP sautés garlic and onion, then mayo, salt, pepper, winter savory. I love summer savory, and cherry coarse mustard. What is that like? Bernie, is it too late for borage for you? I'm not on the screen right now. I'm looking something up. Okay. Sorry I put you to sleep, Stacy, but we'll see you later. Yes, borage flowers taste like cucumber, FR. Use your borage for tea. I bet that's good. Yeah, G Mama, have you tried the white and the blue? Is there a difference in flavor? Granny puts mayo, salt, pepper, paprika on top for fancy Sundays. Sometimes I put Berbere pepper in my egg salad. I'm scrolling back. Hold order, Bernie. Let me put my borage seed back before it gets wet from my drink. Okay, Bernie, send me an email at the email that's scrolling on the bottom of the screen with your mailing address, and I'll send you some white borage seed. How's that sound? When you say yellow mustard, you mean just the plain French's yellow mustard, Granny? Is it too late for lemongrass? No, actually, here in Zone 7 in Georgia, I'll plant lemongrass anytime between now and like the beginning of August, and it'll thrive. And I've had it live through the winter when I mulch it really, really well. I let the fronds die naturally, and I don't cut them, and I let them fall over, and they add their own insulation, and then I put straw on top of that, and they come through the winter. Except for this last winter, we had -7 degrees here. I lost all sorts of strange things, yet my turmeric is up. My turmeric came through that hard, brutal cold, and it came back. The ginger hasn't yet. So I'm replanting ginger, and I just got a bunch of more turmeric from the Asian garden. I'm going to expand my turmeric growing. Lemongrass, I grow starts. And I haven't tried growing lemongrass, Suzanne, from seed, because it's so cheap to get from the store here. There are Asian markets. I can get a 6-inch pot for $2. So I just go ahead and get 3 or 4 of those. I got 3 or 4 of those this year. My huge pot of lemongrass that is at least 8 years old, the center of it died this year over winter. It's come back up on the sides of the pot, but the center is dead, and I'll tell you why. My cat, we put the pot in the sunroom, which is attached to the house, over winter, and the cat slept in it. You could see the shape of his body where he liked to sleep in the lemongrass, and lemongrass came up on the sides, but where he was laying, it's gone. So I'm restarting that. I'll probably do it in a large pot. Okay, so Bernie, don't forget to send me your mailing address, and I'll have Baker Creek. I just checked; they have it in stock, so I'll send you some white borage. But I want to know what you do with it. Okay. No Asian market in your counties. No one from India? No one from India or Vietnam? Yeah, G Mummer, it surprises me because Asians are everywhere now. It's the fastest growing minority in our country, so, especially South Asian. So you can just about find anything Asian. Very white area. I live in a mostly African American area with some people from actual Africa and the islands, and that's the way I like it, y'all. One county north. How far is your next county north to you, Suzanne? When you say it's a white area, where are the people from? Are they Germanic? Are they British, heritage, British, Scottish, Russian, French? Because, there are a lot of Czechoslovakians, where is it, around Cleveland, right? Czechoslovakians and Croatia and Polish. And everyone has their own cuisine and their own cultural approach to life. It's kind of neat. Asian market, French, English, Dutch. Okay. Those are 3 very different cuisines. I've been teaching a lot of people in my area about the French sorrel. Anyone in here familiar with French sorrel? I grew a boatload of it this year. The client I had stop by today, he has dreads, but I don't know if his heritage is Jamaican or not. But last year he bought Sugar Rush Peach and Scotch Bonnet, and he bought some more today. He bought my 2 last soursop trees, so he must be Caribbean. And he took a Murasaki purple just because it was pretty, and I gave him an ahi pineapple. But then I had him taste the French sorrel, which, if you like lemon, it's a very lemony green. And he took that, and I have to remember to send him a recipe or 2. Okay, so your next county south has Italians who came as stonecutters. Yeah, they're very good at that. Oh, Mike started his dishes. I got a pot of coffee, half pot of coffee on the counter in the kitchen if you want some, Mike. So, so what else, y'all? Are we tired? Want to go to bed? Want me to do the drawing and then sign off? Maybe that's a good idea if we're all out of chatty chat ideas. So I know what I need to ask y'all, because it's time to start putting in the beans, right? So I need to go out and plant my noodle beans. Charlie won't eat anything with a hull on it except the noodle beans. He enjoyed those last year, the yard-long beans. David, hey, welcome. No, actually, the red leaf sorrel LP I think is a little bit bitter. The French sorrel is definitely lemony, and I've gotten so that I put it in sandwiches instead of lettuce. So I'll put onion and French sorrel and maybe a leaf of Merlot lettuce or red lettuce or whatever, and I like chicken sandwiches or whatever. F.R. Humphrey did like the yard-long beans. How did you cook them? I caramelized mine with garlic, onions, and soy sauce. And let me get something on French sorrel for y'all. Let me quickly look at this recipe to make sure it's close to what I'm used to. I hate pop-ups in the middle of something. Okay, it has butter, green onions, French sorrel, salt, flour, chicken stock, egg yolks, and cream. That's about right. Again, this is a very lemony tart green. There is a link to that. No snow peas. My snow peas are burned out, Mike. They're done. We probably had 3 or 4 pickings of it. Red leaf sorrel is a bitter. It's kind of tart. Yeah, I wasn't able to kill my red sorrel. I had it in pots out back, but it didn't make it through the sub-zero temperatures. It's finally I found something that will kill it, and it's 7 below. I'm going to post another recipe for y'all for Chinese yard long beans. I think this is the recipe. Peanut oil. Yes. This is a recipe I used last year with my yard long beans. Now, Suzanne's saying she says she's tired. She didn't sleep well last night. And yesterday she found a pot of cantaloupe seeds eaten by something. The wildlife wants my garden for themselves. Suzanne, what I say is if you don't have something eating your garden, you're not part of the ecosystem. So this year, to battle the groundhog that lives in back that eats our squash as fast as we can grow it, I'm doing squash in pots this year in the front yard. We'll see if we get any. We've got one English custard squash. Have you seen those? And I think it'll probably be ready to pick in the next few days. And last year, the ones we had in back, every time we looked at a squash and say, okay, I'm going to pick that in the next couple of days, we'd go out to get it, and the groundhog would have enjoyed it. So we'll see if we can outsmart them by changing location this year. Yeah, Bernie, there's that the bean recipe. It was especially delicious with the yard long beans. It was so good. And I grew the purple ones. So I like the purple better than the green. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call up my random name selector. Random name generator wheel. Why didn't it come up? There it is. Okay. And I decided that for prizes this week, I would offer some books. Who likes books? Who likes books? Look, we're down to 8 people. Forgive me, I'm looking at my library to see what doesn't cost $40 for a book. Does everyone here have a basement? Books. I love books. We do too. Let me see if this is available on Amazon. I didn't show you the title. Is the anticipation? Does it have you on edge? Oh yes. Now, if you don't mind a used book, they've got plenty here used that are terribly affordable for me. Okay. Dirt floor basement, crawl space. How about a garage, David? Do you have garages, y'all? This, since we're all gardeners here. Yes, Suzanne, sometimes the used books have notes in them that the person has put in there. If you have a garage, you can do this. We don't have a basement. We have a garage. It's called Root Cellaring. Natural cold storage of fruits and vegetables. If you don't mind a used book that I can pick up for $5, I'll run this contest for more than one person because I'm already sending G Mama, Suzanne, and Bernie some plants as long as they send me their address in the email, the lbolivar@bellsouth.net. As long as I get email from them tonight, I'm going to try sending them live plants. So I'm going to do 3 book drawings. Let me see if this one's available. Okay, I think my system froze. Here we go. Ha! Yes! My system's slow. I have too many tabs open. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm going to give you a choice of one of 2 books. 3 people. Can you read that? Again, they're going to be used books. This one is Well Preserved: Recipes and Techniques for Putting Up Small Batches of Seasonal Foods. I think since our gardens are starting to come in, that these would be 2 good reference books to have. What do you all think? Okay. And if you win one thing, please don't run again. Okay? So the first book I'll give, let's talk about type in turnip. It is 10:30. I'll give you to 10:32. Oh, it's 10:31 now. I'll give you to 10:33 to type in turnip if you want a book. We need music playing, I know. Okay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay. Okay, Mike's a turn up, Susan's a turn up. David, FR, and Bernie. Come on, computer. Anyone else? First book drawing going once. Second book drawing going twice. Going 3 times. Okay. Too late to get in the running for turnip. I'm going to hit the button. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get a mirror. Hold on. Say something, entertain them, honey.
Entertaining? Me?
Yeah.
I'm not real entertaining. Oy, oy, oy. About some music.
I'm coming. Okay, I'm going to look at your screen, Charlie. Can you see the wheel? And you're not even on our live thing. Put the live on.
What?
I have a channel.
Right there.
Okay, you can't see the wheel, can you?
You're too low. And see the. I can see the very. There we go. Barely.
You can't see
Glare.
the drawing.
Oh, glared.
Well, it was an idea so you could watch this thing spin. All right. So I'm going to click it. Everyone ready?
Mike.
Mike. Whee! Just with this like confetti thing.
Who said you could get him all out? Hmm? Who said you could get him all out?
Bonfire, really? So Mike's Chaotic Gardening, you just won a book. Which book are you getting? The Root Cellaring or the Well Preserved? Well Preserved. All right. For the next book drawing, if you're interested, and I'm taking Mike off the wheel because you won. I've already done that. Okay. Type in, if you want one of these 2 books, type in pickle. It is 10:36. I'll give you to 10:38 to type in pickle if you want a choice of books. Pickle, pickle. Pickle, pickle, pickle. 9 people in here, only 3 people want to pickle. 4 people. Come on, there's 10 people now. If you just came in, we're running for books. Get a choice of one of 2 titles, number 10, whoever you are that just came in. And you've got 1 more minute to type in pickle if you want a book. Bernadette, I just got your email. Deborah. Oh, that's my client wants my pepper catalog. That's one of my customers. Yeah, pickling's fun, Mike, and it's easy. Is that all the pickles? Okay, LP. Anyone else? LP, did you go out and come back in and you the number 2? Okay, we're back down to 9 people. Okay, so I'm going to hit the trigger. Ready? Here we go. It's spinning. Want to read that for everyone, Charlie? Who's that pointing to?
David.
David. David, you have won a book. Which book do you want, David? Root cellaring or well preserved? Root cellar. This is a hardcover. I want to see how much it is. If it's even available anymore. A lot of my books are out of print. Oh, my system is so slow. Okay. I can afford that. Okay. The last book I'm going to offer. Y'all ready? You ready? Someone's going to tell me they're ready. You're on the edge of your seat. Yeah, we're doing. Charlie made some raspberry shrub. Charlie, will you make shrub on camera for people? Just to show them what shrub is? Probably have more raspberries up there. Yeah. Okay. Bernie's ready. Yep. Suzanne's ready. I'm waiting to see if this is coming up on camera. This is called Flowering, Fruiting, and Foliage Vines. Our Gardener's Guide. I do a lot of things, as you know, up on trellises. So this is a list of things that flower and fruit and give you something to eat and something to enjoy visually. But it's a talk about that. Does that sound good to anyone? If so, if you want to be in the running for a book on vines, Type in Vine, VINE, and I'll put you on the wheel. It's 10:41. I'll give you 10:43. We have one person interested in vines, 2 people interested in vines. Got 1 more minute. Vines, and more vines. What was on that TV show we like so much, Ertugrul? Vine. Meant well in Turkish. Vey. Vine. LP. Vey. That's just 3 people. LP, FR, and Suzanne. Come on, computer. I'm trying to come back to see if Bernie says she wants vines. Bernie, you don't want a book on flowering, fruiting vines? I guess not. All right, it's just 3 people in the running for a book on fruiting and flowering vines. About to pull the trigger. I'll let Charlie read who wins.
Suzanne.
Yay, Suzanne. Okay. Vines make you crazy? Okay, so Suzanne won that one. So, if you get your email to me with your addresses, I'm looking for email from G Mama, Suzanne, Bernie, Mike, and David. Yes, I know some of you win quite frequently, but I don't keep addresses necessarily, and it helps me not have to look them up if I can just cut and paste into the send bar where on Amazon or Baker Creek. For G Mama, Suzanne, and Bernie, though, I'm going to try sending you some live plants, and I'm going to ask you to obligate yourself to come on for the next live or whenever you get them and say what kind of condition they're in when you got them, okay? All right. I promise I will get to the other part of our medicinal herb lecture, but life has been really crazy, what with doing weekend festivals and the project. I won't tell you what we're doing actually tomorrow. It's a big part of our big project. But my last pop-up market, if you will, is on June 24th. It's World Refugee Day, and we're going to be in Clarkston, Georgia, from about 10 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But we're not going to have our products. We're just going to have our Afghan friends, Modir's, hand-turned on a lathe, his pens and bottle tops and other things, to focus on him because it is World Refugee Day. So after that, I should have a little bit more free time to do the research and get the more in-depth herb lecture going for us, and do some more content for my videos. I do have a backlog of content going back to September that I'll start editing and releasing, and maybe it's a good idea to do an old video or older content with newer content, alternating throughout the month. I try to release content twice a week, and then as many shorts as I can get out there. So I hope you all are watching my videos. I'm not having the watch hours that I'd like to see, although I know a lot of you are catching my my shorts. Did you catch the one where Charlie got me? It says he got me. That one is going viral. I've got like just a couple hours more than 1,000 views on it. And Suzanne's going to send pictures when the plants come. You know, Suzanne, or anyone who gets something from me, you can do a mail call and do a shout out to me, so I'll see it, and then I'll share that, and that'll promote your channel as well as mine. That works as well. And we all need watch hours, right, Bernie, on our videos. Someone told me, I forget who told me, to put together playlists and ask people to watch your playlists. And the way that can work, if someone's already seen your videos and they want to help your hours, is they can put a playlist on their phone and let it be going, and then just put the phone down and let that run through. And that's one way we can support each other, is to play each other's playlists. And you can do that in the background of your phone. You can put it on mute so you can be at work with the playlist going. And I think I'm going to try to make an effort to do that for my friends. So if you're shy on watch hours, maybe shoot me an email and say, hey, I need more watch hours on my videos, and I'll start doing that for you as well. So, Ellen, how are you? Welcome. I'm a new friend here. Ellen, you missed our drawing. We're about to sign off, but if you want to rewatch this on replay, you can see what kind of prizes we have each week. Are you a gardener, Ellen? Tell us a little bit about yourself before we say goodnight. Ellen PH Vlog. Tell us a little bit and then we'll say goodnight, Ellen. Email sent. Thank you. So, Mike, how are you doing on watch hours? Not too good. So everybody show Mike some love. You have any playlists put together, Mike? Don't give up. Well, I hope you make your videos for me too, Mike. I enjoy your videos. Who here watches Homestead Aquarius? He cracks me up. You hear the dogs are playing. He put out a video, was it today, Charlie, with a frog song? And there, evidently the area of Georgia I live in is really toxic because our frogs are dying, our birds are dying, the bees are dying. There must be a lot of people spraying a lot of poison out here. That and my hearing is getting so bad I can't really hear the frogs and the crickets. But he put out a video this week sometime after a rain in there in Alabama, and I can actually hear the frog song. And I might just have to play that over and over because it really is uplifting. Playlists don't count? When did they change the rules? My dogs are crazy, Bernie. Okay, so scratch what I said about playlists and just play the videos. It's almost like YouTube doesn't want to have successful content people. Y'all get that impression? Need to interact with videos now. So you not only have to play it, you have to do thumbs up on them for it to help people. You're not supposed to say subscribe in videos. So I gotta know how where to go to see all these rule changes. I break the rules all the time and I not realize it. So can you say something like, see that button down there, hit it, you know what to do? Comment. I mean, can we still say things like that? Yeah, I do too, Bernie. Mike, is that you that just liked the cool comment? I just got notification that someone liked the comment I made on your video earlier. Well, that's disheartening. So I guess Ellen's not going to introduce herself. Hopefully, Ellen, you'll be back first and third Thursday of the month. I'll run the live either 8 or 9 o'clock, depending upon what I have going on. There's a few channels that inform on updates. So Suzanne, if I say help me grow the channel, you know how? You think people understand? Okay, Bernie, nighty night, sweet dreams. Yeah, it's Greek to me too, Mike. So I'm going to say good night, and I want to thank every single person for being here. If you won something, remember I need your addresses. It's at the L Bolivar at bellsouth.net address. But if you want me to send it to you, it's good to do that. Especially tell me what you won, because I'm senile, you know that. If you haven't hit that button that I just found out that you can't say anymore. You know what's crazy? There's no subscribe button on my live window right now. It has analytics and edit video. So anyway, thanks for being here. And we'll see you first Thursday in July at this point. Okay? Think of me this weekend with my big project going on at the house. And then on the 24th, during World Refugee Day, where I'll be promoting our Afghan friend. So until next time, we'll see you in the videos, and be good. Keep growing. Good night.